afraid of the ocean. Like if I'm by the shore, okay, that's cool. I'm at the beach, you know, whatever. But in the deep ocean like that, who knows what creatures are crawling and swimming around you? I don't know if there's jellyfish. I don't know if there's sharks. I don't know if there's crabs. I don't know if there's eels. I was scared because I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Hey guys, it's me, Mark, aka Snarky. This bun is not it. Who told me that was cute? Oh my god, my hair is literally out of control. I need to get a haircut ASAP. Holy. Hey guys, it's me, Mark, aka SnarkyMarky, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all having an extravagant day today. So today I will be doing something a little bit different. Today I'm doing a story time of the time I was stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is 100% legit. I am not lying at all. Trust me, like there's actual pictures of it happening. So I'm not lying, just so y'all know. So this is the time I was stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So this was in 2016, so 4 summers ago. My family and I, we took a family vacation to Hawaii, more specifically Honolulu. And we were staying on Honolulu Beach and we were staying in a hotel, and one of the front desk people at the hotel was like, oh, you should try this outrigger canoe trip. And it's like the canoe ride that you can take on the waves. And my family was like, yes, let's do it, let's do it. My parents were like, yes, let's go on this trip. I was like, hell no, I don't do canoes, I don't do boats. I'm not physically fit, I don't know how to paddle a boat. No, thank you, I am not doing this. My parents were like, Mark, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And I'm like, no, I am not doing this. You cannot tell me to do this. Eventually, they got me to do it and I went on it, which I was not very excited about because again, I'm not a good paddler. Maybe they should have listened to me. So before we get onto the boat, we paid for like a photographer to take pictures of us, to have those nice little family photos for our trip. So there was like a photographer with this huge fancy, probably $1 million camera. I don't know how much it was, but it was like expensive. It zoomed in really far. And so we paid for it and they would give us like a little stick at the end and we could see the pictures or whatever. So they were taking pictures of us during the entire time. That's how we have footage. Oh, buckle in, y'all. So basically the way that these outrigger canoes work is you ride waves with them. They're like a canoe, but you ride them along the waves straight on. So when a wave comes, it pushes you forward. You'll see in the pictures. Well, not really because we messed it up. Anyway, the instructor's like, okay, all of the guys are gonna be paddling and mom, you're gonna sit in the middle and not paddle, which didn't make sense because my mom is probably more fit than I am because I'm just not fit. I don't do that stuff, okay? I don't paddle. I don't do that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not fit. I hate exercising and I was just not fit for the job that I was asked to do. So my older brother and my dad are paddling on one side and they're the more athletic people in my family, and my younger brother and I are paddling on the other side and we're the non-athletic people in our family, okay? So we get to the first wave and the first wave was fine. It wasn't a big wave, so it wasn't working per se. And then, okay, let's try another wave. You guys, woo! This was really scary, you guys. So basically we caught a wave and the guy had told us, whenever the wave comes, just keep on paddling. Keep on paddling. Whenever the wave comes, you're paddling, okay? And our boat is supposed to be perpendicular to the wave. Mind you, I brought my phone with me on the trip. Only Mark would bring his phone on a trip with him. I had like a little lanyard with a waterproof phone case that you can put your phone in. So we finally caught like a good wave that you're supposed to ride on. And the guy's like, okay guys, start paddling. And my dad and my brother are paddling. But my younger brother and I, we're not fit. So we are not really paddling at all because we're scared because first of all, there's a giant wave taking us over and we just got so overwhelmed. So we just kind of stopped paddling and all of a sudden the freaking boat turns sideways because you know what happens when you paddle on one side of a canoe? It goes sideways. So my brother and I weren't paddling, but my older brother and my dad were. So the boat flipped and guess what happened? The water from the wave completely filled the boat and our boat overflew. So as you can see in this lovely photo, our boat was fully submerged with water, and that's me in the black. Don't you love that? So basically, I don't know how it didn't sink, but basically the boat was filled with water to the very, very, very top. Anyway, the people on the boat that were with us, like the instructors, they were so good with like, you know, getting the water out. They had buckets on the boat prepared. They were scooping, you know, the water out. And they told me and my older brother and my dad, hop out of the boat. Y'all got to jump out of the boat so that we can get the water out. So here I am I'm jumped out of this canoe and I'm stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, probably 2-3 miles off of shore, like so far off of shore. And I'm stranded in the water. I was probably treading water for 10 minutes. I don't really know. That was probably the scariest thing I've ever been through because I'm afraid of the ocean. Like if I'm by the shore, okay, that's cool. I'm at the beach, you know, whatever. But in the deep ocean like that, who knows what creatures are crawling and swimming around you? I don't know if there's jellyfish. I don't know if there's sharks. I don't know if there's crabs. I don't know if there's eels. I was scared because I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, treading water as they are trying to not make our boat sink. So I am sitting there treading water. I never thought that I'd have to tread water in my life, but I remember from my swim classes when I was like 5 how to tread water, and I'm treading. I'm treading. And finally they got the water out of the boat. It's all good. They pull my brother and my dad back into the boat, and now it's my turn to get back into the boat. And let me tell you, the height from the water level to the actual boat is like 2-3 feet. Like it was high, right? And I'm not fit, so it's hard for me I can't pull myself up. So here are these 2 instructors pulling me up. My freaking is exposed to the entire beach. I don't think it's see it though, because again, we were 2-3 miles off, but there were actually like surfers around, so maybe they saw it. But anyway, we hopped back into that boat. So I was sulking the rest of the trip because I just wanted to get back to shore. I was not trying to be in this boat. I wanted to leave this doggone boat. I hated it. I almost freaking overflew. I was stranded in the Pacific Ocean for 10 minutes. I am not doing this. Like, you are not going to make me sit in this boat for any longer. But the guy's like, y'all have 1 wave left. And I'm like, fudge, like, I don't want to do this again. But the guy's like, okay, we're gonna take a smaller wave because clearly you guys can't handle this. I was like, well, you're not wrong. He's like, you guys actually have to paddle. Like, you can't just sit back and watch. I'm like, okay, well, fine. So we catch this wave and like we actually paddled and it was all good. Like we finally got that wave. And then we got back to shore and the people who were taking the pictures were like, oh my God, that was so fun. We saw you guys sing. And then I got yelled at because I was sulking the entire time. For a good reason though. I was sulking because A, I didn't want to go on it in the first place. I don't like canoes and boats like that where you actually have to paddle. And secondly, I was literally treading water for 10 minutes long. You know how tiring that is to be in the freaking ocean treading water? Like that's tiring. You know what I mean? Like it's not as easy as you think. My parents like, oh, you're such a terrible sport. Should have been grateful that we had this outrigger canoe trip. Maybe if I was more fit, it would be more of a fun experience, but I'm not. So y'all should have let me stay on the shore and watch you guys because I'm sure that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't in the boat. And that's the story. I was stranded in the Pacific Ocean for 10 minutes long. So I hope you enjoyed today's YouTube video. I hope you guys liked this story time and found it entertaining or whatever. It was not entertaining for me at the time, but I guess now it is. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It would mean the entire world to me. And I hope you all have an extravagant day. I love you all so much, and SnarkyMarky out. Take care, guys.